I took the worst of the land in the country, and I thought if I can find a solution to this one, Afghans are very good in imitation. They're very not good in innovation, but really great in imitation. And I thought if I find a solution, they could repeat, they could imitate me, and they could develop their own country.
Welcome to the AfgEye YouTube channel. If this is your first visit, make sure to subscribe and press the notification bell so that you won't miss any of our new videos. Okay, so you in 1985 you started as a in real estate. You developed communities in California. At what time did you return back to Afghanistan? Because you are known for your role in creation of community in Kandahar, Ayno Mina. So can you tell us when you moved back to Afghanistan?
You know, just like every other Afghans, they always have a dream to go back and contribute and build that country back. I know each and every Afghan has got that feeling that they want to go back. And the same thing, you know, while I was building California, I always thought, I said, I wish I could use this energy of building Afghanistan. So in 2001, when this new government came, I went to some of the reconstruction meetings in Washington, D.C., that they were trying to rebuild the country. And there, you know, in one of the meetings, you know, I came to know the Karzai family. And we all said, what could we do for the country? I said, I know how to build. I know how to put a nice community together. I know because California is leading actually the world in infrastructure and leading, you know, a lot of the code books and building roads and construction is driven from California codes and from California experiences, because they've been basically leaders in construction. So I said, this is my knowledge, this gift I can give back to the country. This is what I can do. So we decided to put a company together with
the Karzai family.
Karzai family, yes.
Yes.
And
just one second, just a small question. Before 2001, did you know them? Were you acquainted with them?
One of their cousin, Hashem Karzai, which later on became our partner, I used to know him from school time.
Okay.
Okay.
So basically, when I went to Washington, I was staying in his house, and that's how I came to know. I knew Mahmoud a little bit, but I had more meetings, because when I went to Washington the second time, both of them received me in the airport. They were really eager to join, that I should join them. And I told them, I'm not really after money, but this is my dream. You know, whatever I did in California, I got more than enough. You know, my dream is to build that country, because that country is really going through health. And then, like Taliban time, when I came to Afghanistan, you know, at that time, I saw two brothers that they were fighting on a small piece of land, because when they went back to Pakistan, one of the brother moved his property line a little bit, like a foot away, and they were cursing each other so much. And this, I said, wow, this country's got so much land, especially Kandahar city in the north has got so much land. You know, why they should be fighting on such a small piece, because nobody has planned anything for them. And then I saw the greenery in south of Kandahar. It was all the green zone, and people were cutting trees and trying to build homes there. I said, that's crazy. In the north, we have this big, vast land that we can bring the whole Afghanistan and fit them there. You know, and
yes.
there, you know, and I said, this would be really, I mean, I felt kind of a guilt in my heart. I said, you know, I can't leave these people alone like this, you know. I mean, we have the solution, you know, we have everything, but these people doesn't know, you know. And I, with my experience in California as a builder, I said, I have a solution, you know, when this will happen. So these were the dreams that you always have about a country. When you go and visit, you see these kind of dreams there. And then all of a sudden in Washington, we met, and we thought that dream was coming true, that now we can go and build.
Okay,
So why? So sorry, Sangar. So let's get into it. So you thought that the dream would come true. Why didn't it become true?
Because the new government was going there, the new people from Pakistan was coming, and then
Sorry, when you say people from Pakistan, do you mean like Afghan refugees that were returning?
Yeah, that's right. I'm sorry. Yeah, the refugees. There was a big 5 million refugees, and I knew, there was not a single room built for the last so many years, 2 decades, and I knew that there would be a huge demand for housing, and if we can plan them nicely, they will have decent homes and affordable homes with something that they can afford, with something that they can live like humans, like everybody else in the world, rather than because the construction and building trade pretty much vanished with 20 years of war.
Yeah.
And nobody knew how to build. When I came to Kandahar, we didn't have carpenters, we didn't have electrician, we didn't have masons, because everybody, when they went as a refugee to Pakistan, they pretty much gave up their jobs. They forgot about their trades. They started selling stuff where they just were in the camps.
Yes, you have specialized yourself in developing modern communities according to all the modern standards. As we have mentioned before, you're also involved in renewable energy and all these other modern developments. So when you plan to go back and start your work as in construction in reconstruction in Afghanistan, did you have this in mind to do it according to these new standards based on renewable energy, etc.? Or was there a specific proposal you had in mind, or was there a blueprint or anything of that sort?
The renewable energy was in Taliban time. In Taliban time, when I went there, I saw a lot of destruction. After the war, when I went and saw the country was really going through hell. We lost a lot of our trees. And most of the landscape of the city were gone, and we had a lot of vast land, that the people didn't have a solution. A lot of the rich people were going and investing in Pakistan. They were building nice homes in Pakistan. They were investing in Pakistan because nobody had ideas of how to develop their land, how to build their place, So I took the worst of the land in the country, and I thought, if I can find a solution to this one, Afghans are very good in imitation. They're very not good in innovation, but really great in imitation. And I thought, if I find a solution, they could imitate me, and they could develop their own country. And that was the reason I bought a land next to the city, which was nobody was touching. It was a junk, it had hills, it had salt, it had all kind of issues. It had no water. And so I bought that land, and I just wanted to make a model farm there. And a lot of people back then in Kandahar thought that Helmandi was crazy, and he must have found some money and free money in US, and he's bringing here, trying to buy a land which nobody wants to even look at it. Everybody thought Helmandi was crazy, but I had this dream in my heart to see how I can make a model farm so that people can get ideas and then go and implement those ideas in the country and learn and how to develop this land. And that was the reason, I discovered that we had enough underground water, and if we could, because we didn't have river next to that property, we only have, creeks that was only running water in winter time. So what I thought, I would, bring a pumping system where I can pump water and develop this land. So when I start pumping water, the diesel was coming from Iran and from Turkmenistan. And I said, wow, this is crazy, like our money is going to Iran and our money going to Turkmenistan. What should I do? Do I have another solution? Then I went to Safford, Arizona. There I had a friend of mine, an IT engineer, a genius guy. I said, help me. How can I pump this water? He said, let's do some work. We did some research and we developed a solar pump.
Okay.
That
Okay.
solar is because I knew we had enough sun. And with that sun power, we could start pumping and using the underground water. So that's what I did. We 6 months in Safford, Arizona, we worked on that pump. It worked great. Back then, Chinese, nobody knew DC pumps, solar pumps. We built a controller. We built everything. I brought it to Afghanistan. I installed it in the farm. A lot of the Afghans were coming. They couldn't believe that with sun energy you could pump water or even put electricity. They were always suspicious, looking for a wire coming from somewhere. That they couldn't believe that. There were a lot of people coming and visiting. A lot of people and coming and visiting. In the whole city, they said, "Wow, this guy brought something with sun. He's pumping water." So that was, I think actually nobody knew. I think I'm the first one who brought solar power to Afghanistan. My dream was that all this money which is going out of the country, plus all the pollution that the diesel creates, this is a clean energy, and we have 310 days of sun, the best sun we have, and why not use that energy? So that's how I started my solar back then, and I was preaching solar and I was teaching solar. I was getting training in California. I was coming back and training more people how to put a solar system together. I was bringing solar panel for them, how they can install a pump. So that was the start of a revolution on a new technology in the country. This was my Taliban time achievements that I did. So that
even
almost like 30 years ago.
So even before 2001, you had such a big project in Kandahar, and you initiated this whole project long before 2001. So after 2001, when you went back to Afghanistan, you already had a history. Am I correct?
That's true. That's true. I had, because I was, like I was working 3 months in California, then going back and working 3 months over there, then earning some money, and I took my money with me, and then every trip I made 3 months program where I taught, I was teaching people how to use machinery, how to use a loader, how they can get the help of a machine, how they can help solar, with solar energy they can pump their water. So all my time was I was spending 15 hours, 16 hours on training new kids, training new people, and teaching them how to operate machines, how to fix machines, how to do solar. So that was my work every 3 months that I went there.
So what were the attitudes of the authorities of the Taliban, the Emirates at the time? Would you say they were cooperative with you? Were they suspicious? What was that like?
They were at least not bothering me because I was all away from the city, and they respected me, In fact, if you have time, I will give you a funny story too.
Yeah, sure.
Go ahead, please.
Go ahead, please.
So within them, they were always saying that this is a good man. He comes from that good life, and then he's staying in a tent, and I started that project in a tent, and all the way in the desert, I was spending time there. They said, this guy's, it's a great guy. And finally they said one day I came from farm, I'm really tired. I see these Taliban trucks come to my farm. And I got scared. I thought, wow, they might arrest me. I got really scared because there was like 5, 6 trucks, the pickup truck that they use.
Yeah.
They came to my farm, and then when I saw them, they were polite. Then I said, then my fear, came down a lot, and then I offered them tea, and I was waiting why they're here for. So. I was just giving them all the respect. And then finally they said, you didn't ask me why we came for. I thought sometime in Taliban time, when some canals or something would go wrong, I would just go and fix it with my machinery. I thought maybe they need my machinery because it was the governor of Kandahar. Mullah Hassan was his name. I thought maybe they need my machinery for something. That was my thinking. After I saw them, they were nice. Then I thought maybe that's the thing they need. Then they said, last night we had discussion, all the Taliban leadership was sitting there discussing that every time you leave, we get scared that you might not come back. And he said one of the alim suggested that if you find him a wife here, then he will never leave. So they already found a wife for me.
Incentivizing businessmen.
So they thought if I get married, then I will never leave Kandahar. I will always stay here. So they said she's a Hafiz of Quran. She's a good woman. You will like her. And, I will put this together. I said, wait. Just so we start joking and we became more friends, And those are the experiences I had with Taliban.
Did you end up marrying the Hafiz of the Quran or no?
No.
Okay, I see.